The first official baseball game, June 19, 1846. The history of baseball is complicated. References to games resembling baseball in the United States date back to the 18th century. Its most direct ancestors appear to be two English games, rounders, a children's game brought to New England by the early colonists, and cricket. By the time of the American Revolution, variations of such games were being played on schoolyards and college campuses across the country. The first known mention of the sport came in 1791, when the city of Pittsfield, Massachusetts banned the game from being played within 73 meters of the town meeting house. In September 1845, a group of New York City men founded the New York Knickerbocker Baseball Club. One of them, volunteer firefighter and bank clerk Alexander Joy Cartwright, would codify a set of new rules that would form the basis for modern baseball, calling for a diamond-shaped infield, foul lines, and the three-strike rule. He also abolished the dangerous practice of tagging runners by throwing balls at them. Cartwright's changes made the burgeoning pastime faster paced and more challenging, while clearly differentiating it from older games like cricket. The first official game to be played under modern rules happened on June 19, 1846. The first game was not well documented. However, the game was played between the New York Knickerbockers, no relation to the professional basketball team of today, and perhaps the New York Gotham Club, though it is unclear if the Gotham Club was indeed the opponent or not. In 1857, the first governmental body was formed to organize the group of clubs that were being created. It was called the National Association of Baseball Players, and was responsible for the standardization of game plays and rules. It was also created to monitor and sponsor a league-wide championship. Historians generally credit the Civil War for boosting the popularity of baseball. By the end of the war, more than 100 clubs had joined the National Association of Baseball Players. In 1869, the National Association of Baseball Players allowed for the creation of professional clubs, something that had been against the rules of the league since its creation. This was a major milestone, as previously all clubs were strictly recreational. The first professional club was the Cincinnati Red Stockings, although it went defunct some 2 years later. In 1871, the Boston Baseball Club was created. That team later became the Boston Braves, which is a team that Babe Ruth played for in the 20th century. It has become part of baseball lore that Babe Ruth hit his first professional home run and acquired the nickname of Babe during a stay in Fayetteville, North Carolina in March 1914. On March 7, 1914, in an inter-squad game at the Fayetteville, North Carolina Fairgrounds, Ruth hit a towering shot that many of the fans at the game called the longest home run they had ever seen.